remember the last time that I've heard Gervonta Davis say, I'm in boxing to be the greatest fighter of all time. I've heard him say that he's better than certain guys in his weight class, or this kid can't beat me. I've heard that. I can't remember, and maybe y'all can keep me honest online. The last time I've heard Gervonta Davis talk about his legacy in the ring. Like I'm building my legacy. I'm trying to outdo Floyd in legacy. Like, I think it started like that for him. But the influence of Floyd Mayweather, Money Man, not Pretty Boy, but the Money Man, and building your brand and selling tickets and selling pay-per-views and becoming a household name, that's also a legacy. You got the legacy in the ring, and you got the legacy in terms of how you sold. I believe Gervonta Davis is more focused on selling tickets and making money and securing his future for himself and his family. He said it out of his own mouth. I ain't got nothing else to prove. If you're trying to be one of the greatest fighters of all time, it's still a whole lot to prove. My point is, Royce, I don't think, should everybody hold this man to the standard that they hold him to and say, you're not fighting nobody, yeah, you making money, but you ain't really fought nobody. If he don't even care about that, that's not even something that he's really focused on. If his main focus is the money, and his main focus is getting out of boxing without getting hurt and retiring on his own terms, shouldn't his fan base and other people get on board with that if that's not even his goal? How can we hold him to something like that if he don't even hold himself to that?
Right. Exactly. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Exactly. Salute to the Olympic gold medalist, 2-division world champion, former unified world champion, Hall of Fame superstar retired boxer, Andre SOG Ward, who retired 32 wins, no loss, no draw, 16 wins by way of knockout. 2-division champion. He entered the Super 6 tournament, dominated the Super 6 tournament as the underdog in the tournament. Okay, he moved up, he fought the boogeyman, 2 boogeymen. Bad Chad Dawson, people won't remember. He fought Sergey Crusher Kovalev, right? These were boogeymen, okay? Edison Miranda, boogeyman, right? People won't remember that. Andre Ward dominated. With that said, Andre Ward spoke truth on a fellow fighter, right? And he spoke what we've all been saying, but he has a rabid fan base and a bunch of cheerleaders as content creators and media members instead of telling the truth. And that is superstar boxer, 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, and you got to say unofficially, in Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. Gervonta is 30 years of age, okay? Gervonta Tank Davis has no interest in competing against the best because of, at the end of the day, it's multiple different reasons that's driving this. One is fear. He already told us he's afraid to lose and become a meme. He told us that out of his own mouth. We got to believe him. Like Andre Ward said, he tells us who he is. Isn't it up to us to believe him? He says he's scared to lose. He says he's not in it for legacy. He's just in it for the bag. Okay. And he says that, now he contradicts himself, but all fighters contradict themselves. He said that he had a hit list, then the hit list changed. All fighters contradict themselves, right? But he told us he wanted to be undisputed at one point in time. He told Champside that. He told us that he wanted to fight Shakur, fight Devin Haney. He told us that, but he contradicted himself, right? And that's okay. But the point that we've all been making is when he told us who he is, believe him. But his fan base, his rabid fan base, tried to convince us that no, that's not the case, that Gervonta Tank Davis is trying to fight Shakur. He's trying to fight Devin Haney. He want to fight T.O. And that's simply not the case. It's simply not the case. He has no interest in doing that. He never has. And now he's fighting YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul, and we see he never had any intentions of fighting the best. And now he's hinting at retiring after he gets this bag. Because he never had interest in fighting the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, so on and so forth, etc. And that's all we've been saying from the very beginning. To hold him accountable when he contradicts himself, where you can see the writing on the wall that he has absolutely no intentions to fight the best and build his legacy. He don't care. He told us he don't care about belts, right? He's been holding that WBA regular belt since 2019 at 135. Never unified the belts, right? He only beat one champion when he was a champion, Pedraza. The other ones, it was regular belts. He beat Mario Barrios for the WBA regular belt at 140. Josh Taylor was the undisputed champion. He beat Yuriorkis Gamboa for the regular belt at 135. Lomachenko was the champion. And he don't care. It doesn't bother him. Because like Andre Ward just said, that he told us who he is. It's up to us to believe him. Period. And that's the bottom line that people like myself and Champside and other content creators, real content creators, real media members that's really out here with boots on the ground, not fanboys, not cheerleaders, not knee pad boys, right? We've been saying that and hold him accountable because he don't want to fight him. So it's cool. You want to have circus fights with Jake Paul, who is 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach, a cruiserweight, fighting at 195-pound catch weight, but you told the world Devin Haney was too big, a middleweight that couldn't punch himself out of a wet paper bag. You told the world you couldn't make 130, but your team telling the world that you so small at 5'4" with a 67-inch arm reach and fighting at 135, you're really a 130-pounder. Contradictions. So holding you accountable has his fans crashing out because now Andre Ward saying this and his fans is crashing out. Oh, he ain't got to do nothing. He just trying to get the bag. Who are you? Well, Andre Ward is somebody that's telling you he get the bag and the legacy. Well, you ain't get the bag like Tank Davis. Well, yeah, he didn't get the bag like that, but he was in divisions that wasn't presenting the same amount of money. Glamour divisions. Period. They crashing out. Well, Floyd, like Andre Ward said, not Money Mayweather, Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd was after everybody. See, you got to do your homework. He comparing himself to Floyd Mayweather, Tank Davis, and there's no comparison. Period. There's no Gennaro Hernandez. There's no Diego Corrales on his record before he even became Money Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was a Hall of Famer before he beat Oscar De La Hoya. He was already a 4-division champion and the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Before he beat Oscar De La Hoya, he just wasn't the money man yet. And when he beat Oscar, he became the money man. Period. So y'all crashing out. Yo, he ain't got to do nothing. I got people on my end. He ain't got to do nothing. He getting to the bag. Sad. You only know Gervonta Tank Davis because of the sport of boxing. Point blank and period. That's it. That's all. So why are you concerned with this man's personal life and him getting to the bag? No, you should be concerned as a fan of him giving you the best fights he can give you because he's taking your money. Sad. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, or one word, I'm gone. Peace.